I said Fire Tunes just now for this set. It's River Tune. Fire Tune is DPS. You don't want to use a DPS set. I do have a DPS set, however. I use Fire Tunes. I use the Fire Tune set along with Deathwise for extra damage. I also have a DPS glyph setup. If you take a look here, I'll go through it really quickly. I don't know if you guys care, but this is for when I'm soloing Vault or something. I do a little bit more damage. Metaphoric Blast decreases your opponent's attack speed by 15% for 7 seconds. Blessing of Zenobia, Fleet-footed, extra movement speed. Shocking Implosion, increase the damage of Final Reprisal by 25% for a few seconds. If you use Final Reprisal after Shocking Implosion, the attack speed on Final Reprisal would be significantly faster. So if you do that, and then the attack speed is super fast. Heal thyself 20% more. Kaya's Shields restores 5% total HP. I don't really need this, so I'm gonna try and figure out where I can put those 5 points, but for right now, that's where they are. Final Reprisal, 40% chance to eliminate the cooldown. So if you use Metaphoric Blast or Shocking Implosion, Final Reprisal's casting speed is increased significantly. And then it just reset, it just reset again, it just reset again. Awesome. It's a burst DPS right there for a priest. Mana Charge. Increased damage with Shocking Implosion by 25% for a few seconds. So, Mana Charge, Shocking Implosion, Metaphoric Blast, Final Reprisal. Bam. Rotation. What else? Triple Nemesis. Increase the damage of Metaphoric Blast by 25%. 100% chance to decrease the endurance by 10% for 12 seconds. So, bam, bam. Or actually, you would do Mana Charge, that, you know, that. That'll pretty much be your rotation after, you know, your energy stars, whatever. And then energy stars, I have both glyphs here. It's really exciting. And then Zenobia's Vortex, increased skill damage by 25%. It's your highest hitting skill. Why not? Okay. That's my DPS setup. Let me go back to... I sometimes forget to switch over to my support setup, and then I'll resurrect somebody and they don't have any stamina, and I'm like, oops. I was kind of DPSing. They're like, what? You're DPSing? Anyway. Rotations. Priests don't really have rotations. I mean, if you want to get technical and have a rotation, I guess it's Energy Stars, Triple Nemesis, Restorative Circle, or Restorative Burst, and then Mana Charge. That's pretty much your set rotation. And then your heals, that's just based on what's happening. There's no rotation on heals. Focus Heal it's the heal you're going to be using the most, but it's also pretty slow. Healing Immersion is really quick, and you can also move while you cast Healing Immersion. I don't have someone in my party, so I can't show you. But if you use it, like, as you're casting it, you can still move around, so it's really useful. Focus Heal, you stay still while you're casting it, so it's a little dangerous. I like to get close and personal with the fight. So if a tank is below 50%, I'll get up in his face and use Healing Circle on him, which is really dangerous, so be careful. You can also use Healing Immersion with that cooldown reset. You can just spam this thing, it's amazing. if you're low on HP and your self-heal is on cooldown, run up to your DPS or your tank or wherever you're healing and healing immersion. It'll heal them and you. You just have to be within the circle. Something I like to do that's pretty helpful is I like to create an excess of healing over time. So you have a buff that grants HP every 2 seconds. It's about 1000 HP every 2 seconds, I believe, or 200 HP every 2 seconds. Stack that with Regenerative Circle, which adds like 800 HP regen every 2 seconds. And then you go ahead and stack Kaya Shield, which heals 5% every 2 seconds. And then finally, I think that's it. Restorative Burst. Heals a lot, about 10,000 every 2 seconds. Every 5 seconds. So that's a whole lot of heals going on without you actually healing. So this helps keep the stress on you down a little bit. I mean, you're still going to have to focus heal here and there, healing immersions here and there. But if you have this HP regen constantly going on, your job becomes a lot more easier because their HP is regenerating and you can focus on restoring mana or debuffing or staying alive. Another sweet skill that we have that not many priests take advantage of is Divine Respite. Recovers 2% of your total HP every 1 second for 10 seconds. If you know you're going to be taking a lot of damage for, like, let's say your party wipes and you have aggro and you're trying to stay alive so you can resurrect your tank or something, cast Divine Respite. You can move while you're casting it, and now you're regenerating HP constantly. And if you're getting hit, that HP will come back immediately because it heals so much. 5-minute cooldown, so save it for emergencies only. It's a very useful skill. I love that skill. Another cool skill that priests don't really utilize is reduce its Guardian Sanctuary. Reduces range damage by 30% for 7 seconds. While increasing weakening and damage over time resistance by 100% and greatly increases stun resistance. This skill is godly for Sky Cruiser. You need to, I mean, you shouldn't be getting burned by the final boss anyway, but if you do, pop this skill and that burn will do 100% less damage already. So, yeah, very useful skill. I do forget about it sometimes though. That's skills. What else? Noctaniums. Everyone knows about Noctaniums. I guess I don't really have to mention this, but activate it when you want to heal stronger, I guess. Keep your Bruche in your skill bar. I have it on my F3. It's just easier to use when you're in a situation when you need it. Yeah. I wanted to mention something, but I cannot remember what. Buffs. Yes. Your two most important buffs are Blessing of Shocking and Blessing of Serene. You want to have these buffs on your party at all times. Screw the other buffs, okay? If someone dies and you resurrect them, immediately buff them with Shocking and Serene. That's endurance and power that they need to burn this boss and to survive. A lot of priests don't rebuff after they resurrect somebody. Why are you a priest if you're not going to do your job? So yeah, rebuff, and then during the fight, if you can throw in the other buffs somehow, go ahead and do that. But immediately you want to give them, follow them. If they run away, follow them and give them the fucking buff. You're a priest. Don't get mad that you have to chase someone down. It's part of the job. Sorry. Yeah, so rebuff. keep an eye